Ms. Morrison, you are suing your niece, Ms. Morrison Zongo, for $4,000.
Yes, I am.
You claim that she began renting a 2017 Ford Explorer that you had.
Yes, ma'am.
With the intention to buy it.
Yes, ma'am.
And that she did not, in fact, pay any of the payments she was supposed to on time, and ultimately did not pay in full for the vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
Leaving you out several $1,000s.
Yes, ma'am.
And out a number of other costs, including insurance payments that you were making on her behalf. So you would like her to reimburse you for the money that you are out, which is $4,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Morrison Zongo, you say that this whole arrangement with your aunt was convoluted from the beginning. You say that at the end of the day, you have paid her far more than the purchase price of the vehicle because of this unusual rent-to-buy agreement, and that she gave you the runaround when it was time to get the title to the vehicle, and ultimately you have paid her more than you should have, and you do not owe her anything. Ms. Morrison, tell us about this car. You had a 2017 Ford Explorer?
Yes, Your Honor. I had a 2017 Ford Explorer, and then later on, I purchased the 2024 Explorer.
You like your Explorers?
Yes, I do. But I ended up being stuck with 2 notes. So I initially made a post about selling it.
Okay. How much were you going to sell it for?
Well, actually, at that moment, I couldn't sell it. I just wanted to attract attention to it, but I couldn't sell it because I'm paying notes.
Okay.
So that's why I made the agreement with my niece to keep it in the family.
Right. What was the total amount owed?
Almost $22,000 was still owed on that truck.
But oftentimes, even if you have an outstanding note, you can sell the vehicle because you're going to pay off the note with the proceeds.
Well,
but you weren't able to sell it for the amount that you would need to pay off the note.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was, and I didn't think to go that route.
So, Ms. Morrison Zongo, how did you find out about this car for sale, for rent, whatever it was?
So Samantha was posting the car on social media, on Instagram. I decided to reach out and ask her, can I buy the truck? She asked me would I agree to make the monthly payments of $600. I agreed to making the payments of $600.
All right, now hold on a second. You told us that this was not a buyout, but a rental type situation.
Yes.
Okay, what did you mean by that?
When I asked her how much she wanted for the truck, she said she would reach out to the dealership and find out what was the buyout total, and she would get back to me. She then proceeded to tell me, oh, because I'm making payments, we just gonna do it $600 a month. And then additionally, insurance.
Okay, did you have a license at the time?
No, I did not. I had my permit working into my license. And she was aware I didn't have a license.
Yes, I was.
Right, we've seen the text message.
Family, exactly. Okay. This is what I did for family, yes.
Well, Ms. Morrison, you were trying to do this not to help her, but for yourself.
No, actually, it benefited both of us because she was very interested in that truck. She wanted that truck for her family.
So you needed help with the monthly payments. So
yes.
You agree that the initial discussion was about renting the vehicle?
Yes,
okay.
She had to pay the monthly payments that I could not afford, the car note and the car insurance for that vehicle, while I, in process, was refinancing my home to consolidate debt to pay off that truck so that I can then sell it to her, not for the $21,000 that I had to pay it off for, but for $10,000. Well, actually, I gave her, she wanted to buy it for $10,000. I charged her $9,000.
Your Honor, what I explained to her was I filed my taxes and I'm getting back a refund of $10,000, so I'll have more than enough to give you what you're asking for as the buyout total. I never offered $10,000. I asked her to find out the buyout total, and I would be able to afford that, which she made it clear the buyout total was nowhere near the $21,000. She would get back to me to let me know the amount.
And she never did?
She didn't get back to me about it until she went on vacation for her birthday and came back and had damages in her household.
Was there any discussion about whether the monthly payments would count towards the buyout price?
Yes. What I said to her was the $600 a month I've been paying so far counts towards the buyout? Her response was no. Just as if you were to rent the car from a dealership, you got to rent it from me.
And you're saying that these $600 payments were not supposed to count to the purchase price?
No, ma'am, not at all. She was covering the note. It cannot count towards the buyout.
But you understand that the note is going to buy out the vehicle. That's the whole point of having a note.
I understand. The agreement I made with her was she was covering off the note until I can sell it.
All right, Judge Menser.
Yeah, Ms. Morrison.
Yes.
It sounds like at the time that you came to the agreement with your niece to sell her the car, you were kind of in a bind and you couldn't afford to pay for 2 trucks.
Yes.
So she was bailing you out by paying the payments. Why, when she's ultimately getting the truck, doesn't that count?
Because I had to pay $21,000 to clear that.
But that's your problem.